No, 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 no. Y el que esté libre de pecado, que lance la primera piedra. Ok, 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 ok. Ay, se me atoró el cabello. Vamos a hacer un resumen súper rápido, súper sencillo, súper hermoso. Pasa lo siguiente, yo iba a grabar. Bueno, ni siquiera tenía idea de... Ni siquiera te iba... No tenía ni la más mínima idea de si iba a poder grabar. No sabía absolutamente nada. O sea, yo nada más agarré y dije, no, sabes que este juego ya lo llevo jugando mucho. Pero pues realmente no sabía porque como el juego es muy complicado. En cuestión de los artefactos y las misiones y que quién sabe qué tanta porquería y que si no haces esto está mal y que si no haces esto está mal y entonces todo. Me cansé al chile. Pasa lo siguiente, yo ya voy en la misión de... ¿Cómo se llama? Giro inesperado. Quitar mis... mi giro inesperado de la cabra esa. Y todo empezó porque... el evento aquí precioso, aquí el evento hermoso de la tetera dulce. No, tetera dulce, tetera. Empezó y me dice... completa una nueva estrella de ascenso por recibir esta misión. Yo no había hecho la misión, la tuve que hacer. En fin, entonces, para los que ya hayan hecho esta misión, sabrán en qué consiste esta parte. Es muy, muy especial. ¿Para dónde es? Ah, es para acá, ok. Entonces, vamos a hacer lo nuestro. Y a ver qué pasa, espero no morirme, porque si me muero, se va a alargar muchísimo el video y va a valer soplo, entonces no quiero que pase eso para absolutamente nada. Ay, ya me pasé, ¿dónde era? ¿Es aquí? No, ¿dónde es? No, es acá. Perdón, es que ando viendo aquí cuestiones de mi celular. Pues a ver qué pasa, realmente... no me acuerdo qué parte era esta, el chiste es que a ver qué pasa.
According to Kuching, this is what we should say. Excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
Yes. How many would you like?
It's not convenient to speak of numbers here.
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber. Yes, speaking of which, are you two the guests that Lady Ningguang has arranged to meet with today?
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the Yuang. What's going on here?
Esa parte en la que se me agarra y dice, no, pues es que esto está muy sospechoso de la manga del muerto. Se me hizo muy raro porque parecía serio, no sé qué tan serio sea, pero parecía bastante serio, eso no me gustó. Ah, me saltó directo a la parte de la pelea. No, bueno, vamos a ver lo puro bueno, lo puro sabroso, lo puro encantador.
If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go. Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't destroyed Liyue yet, has it?
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the adeptus.
En esa parte
What
yo
are you doing on the Jade Chamber?
exploté.
I thought you were arguing with the Chising. Is the fighting over?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Los adeptus y las 7 estrellas. El
So how
enemigo
do you plan to
común.
defend Liyue? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary
Sí,
people to handle.
haber iniciado el juego en
Which
este
is
punto
why
de la
we must
historia.
stop that monster before
Tal
it
vez
gets
lo
any
debí
closer to Liyue
haber
Harbor.
grabado desde hace
So the Archon
milenios.
War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? Now that's scary. So will the power of the Chising, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is not necessarily.
What? But all of you were supposed to be the guardians of Liyue. Can't you think of something?
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Qi-Sing did once research the matter of the Guizhong ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong ballista to
Vamos a
fight off
Impera
our
Lanin
foes.
Juan.
All the Adepti here can lend their strength to
Simpiación
man
is
it.
coming.
We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now.
Ah, vale, quesadilla. Hasta parece un genial. Ok. Eso está muy genial. Me encanta. Pero mira esa cantidad de poder, hermano. Esa madre que destruye pero en corto.
The Fatui! They're attacking the Guizhong ballista!
No, ¿cómo se lanzan? ¿Cómo se lanzan? Así a lo bastardo. Clavó el estilo indio.
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong
Y aquí es cuando
ballista.
destruyo mi
Do not let the Fatui
teclado.
disturb their work.
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you. One wishes to witness.
Te lo siento. No, te pegaste pegando. Ahí está. Corre. No, se acabó esta cosa.
Don't waste my time.
Esto estuvo bastante bien, bastante hermoso. Esa cosa ahí está gigante. Eso es más grande que el Stone Terror. Oh, maldita sea, corre. No, pégale.
Take this! Ha!
Give up. Submit.
Maldito choripán.
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
A la madre. No, me bajó la vida. Me está sentando, señor.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for
Estoy
this
cada uno de
afterward.
ellos. Corre.
Every last one. Your life is mine.
No, señor, no falta poder. Me van a sentar. No, hermano.
The ancient gods
Were you about to say we can't hold
No, concha tu madre, me la mata. Valió fierro.
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is adeptal energy. That light from your body. It's like the time in Julian Cars. Wow,
Corre, concha tu madre.
it's not a pink shockwave. This granny's really strong.
Super virú, a la madre, corre. No, lo van a romper. ¿Por qué se queda parado? Oh, concha tu madre, no veo. La energía de los adeptus. Entonces la viejita sí era un adepto y concha tu madre.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight
Curación
with all your
de
might.
800.
I too did this during the Archon War.
So this is what Ganya's like in a fight.
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast.
A su madre. Concha tu madre. Corre a la velocidad del huevo. Corre. Corre. Falta la canción de Quicksilver aquí. Quicksilver time. Corre con la concha tu madre. Corre.
Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of
Mátalo.
adeptal energy at once.
Ah, si lo mato de un golpe ya.
Please bear with us.
Me retiro.
Once you've
no,
adapted,
falta mucho.
try to use them in battle.
Pero pégale, concha tu madre. Corre. Oh, mira cómo va corriendo.
Eyes on me.
Power Dark Invitation. Corre. Mátalo. Vámonos, se mueve. Mátalo. Corre.
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak. In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Dale. A la madre. Super hit de la vida, corre.
To ashes.
Lo mata de un golpe. Lo mata de 2. Lo mata de 3. Espera, ¿cuántos poderes tengo encima? ¿Tengo 3 o tengo 4? A ver, es el de la viejita. Es el de Shao. Es el de Ganyu. Creo que nada más. Creo que nada más son 3. No, explota.
Power that ends life. The Patui's numbers are thinning.
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal
A la
with the god in
madre.
peace.
Un poquito más y exploto. Me voy a morir. Oh, la madre. Oh, se acabó.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
A la madre. No, valió concha.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
cara de no, ya valió concha. No, ya valió concha. No, valió concha por 3000. No, Lillo se te está deshaciendo. What?
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
No.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
No, se lo voy a inventar.
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
No, la cámara de Javi. A la madre, va a explotar. A la madre. No, hermano. Ay, pensé que estaba todo destruido.
Cold beer.
Grabación, are you okay?
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer.
Hola,
I've
visita.
heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations.
Concha tu madre. Se le
Thank
fue
you
la
all
vida.
for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. This is truly no small feat. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the
Su
dream,
cara.
I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
No, espera, ¿qué? Eso fue un momento triste, no me di cuenta. Estamos en la posición ahora que... What?
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
El espectador ve más que el jugador. En el momento en el que hay discordia entre los protectores y los protegidos, la armonía se vuelve difícil de restaurar.
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that nothing good would come of it.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be. Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that
¿Tú qué haces ahí, niña?
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone was there. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and loads of things that make the harbor so pretty. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Gorrito de la linterna.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be hard
ahora
being
niño
an
triste.
adeptus. Aw.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the
hermano.
Adepti's power to solve every little niggling
La
matter.
viejita sabia, hermano.
Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, Conqueror of Demons.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
A la madre.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Chising will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
Madre.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Nunca le había visto sonreír.
Conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh? Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing. The child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own, so Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death, too?
Bueno, técnicamente...
doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adeptiless rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor.
A ver, se supone que todo fue una... Al menos lo que yo entendí, se supone que todo fue una mentira. Fue como una trampa para, no sé, tal vez hacer o parecer a los Fatui. Eso es lo que creo yo entendí. Y se hizo pasar por muerto realmente. O sea, nunca murió, él sigue vivo, sigue coleando, pero no pero hizo ¿cómo se llama? Fingió su muerte de alguna manera. A ver qué nos dice este man. Son tiempos duros para la taberna. Luego no, este man no. Vino de diente de león, cuente conmigo, que ya. Tengo la... Ahí se lo tengo. Le voy a entregar una vez. ¡Ay! ¡Quítate! Quítate, hijo pelón. No, necesito encontrar a este man. Ahí está. La traición, hermano, la decepción. Entonces, por lo que yo entiendo, fue que él fingió su muerte de alguna manera. Lo que nos dicen aquí.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble. We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
Okay. Ah, está arriba. ¿Cómo llego? Entonces se supone que no estaba muerto del todo, sino que fingió su muerte. Él sigue vivo. Solamente fue una mentira. Por algo no se le pudo robar la cosita esa, la gnosis. Entonces es lo que yo tengo entendido. No sé, a lo mejor estoy equivocado, pero sí lo entendí yo.
You call this cooperation between harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
La madre.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, Aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring
Ay, se me salen los
chaos to
mocos.
the land?
¿Por qué siempre me pasa?
I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
La señora.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you're also one of the Harbingers?
Señora, cúrese ahí, se le ve todo. Me lo van a
It's you
tachar, me
two.
voy a poner un
I believe
strike.
we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly.
Ah, chile, sí se puede.
Don't let her get to you. You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements. And our last battle at the Golden House was almost more than you could handle. So it might be best to keep things peaceful this time, seeing that 2 of the Harbingers are here.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on.
Son señor y John, ellos fueron los que me arrestaron esto.
So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here.
No,
You
hermano.
remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
O sea, se parece bastante obvio, pero no tan obvio de esa manera. No, hermano. Recuerda tu acuerdo. Ay, ¿sobre qué le pregunto? Sobre el acuerdo, sobre la cosa esa. No, esos chichos me distraen. Bueno, sabemos que la cosita esa, pues no sé qué chucha sea eso. Me imagino que es una botellita llena de poder. Entonces, me da más curiosidad el acuerdo.
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
¡Ah, la madre! Porque mi promesa es sólida como una roca.
Sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Chio? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract.
Es un asunto
For it is a
exclusivamente
matter
de-
solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing?
Preparándome una ceremonia cuando
Everyone
de
was preparing
repente.
the ceremony for you, and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky, and all of Lyric goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain.
What the fuck?
As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. I witnessed the founding of Liyue, together with the Adepti 3,700 years ago. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will
Con el
erode with the
tiempo.
passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come.
A ver. ¿Esto qué significa? O sea, que si este man se quiere suicidar, se quiere dejar de existir, o sea, puede fingir su muerte cuando se le pegue su gana y irse a su casa, o sea, ¿eso es lo que me estás queriendo decir? Y a la otra sí me convenció domingo que las Gretas no habían aparecido aún y que mi tiempo no había llegado, o sea, eso es lo que está queriendo decir prácticamente, o sea, que cuando quiera se puede existir y cuando no quiera ya se murió. No lo entiendo. En fin, el video voy a tener que dejar aquí. Espero que les haya gustado, espero les haya gustado tanto como a mí. Pues esto lo voy a continuar en el siguiente. ¿Qué más? Espero les guste mucho esto, lo estoy haciendo con mucho cariño, con mucho amor. Y espero les guste. Nos vemos.